Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PWOnlyIAS YouTube English channel. Namaskar, namaskaram, vanakkam, hegidira. Hello, Taran. Good evening, Anjali. Suvajit Hazra. Good evening, Nirupama. Karthik, happy Ganesh Chaturthi. Wishing you the same, dear. Siddharth, namaste. IPS V Lakshmi, Jai Hind. Good evening, Kamal. Good evening, Muskan. Good evening, Sakshi, Rampa Kumari. Good evening, Yukta. Good evening, Indian. I've been fantastic, Pinky. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing great. Good evening, Shreyashi. Good evening, Ishika, Harika, Ekta. Fantastic again, Ekta. Thank you so much for asking. Good evening, Huli. Good evening, Parvi. Good evening, Indian. Good evening, Pragati Puja. Red Ruby Moon. Good evening. Dharani. Good evening. Neha. Good evening. Anil Reddy. Good evening. Prem. Good evening. Nidhi. Good evening. Good evening, Samson. Wishing you the same. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi. Good evening, Ali. Good evening, Harika. Known Facts Telugu. Hi, sir. Good evening. Good evening. All right. Thank you so much, people. So once again, we are back with another session of current affairs. And considering the repeated requests, last time also there was a request with regard to, so please give some mains questions so that we know how to attempt it, etc. This time I am addressing that. So definitely I have tried to include the most important current affairs. But again, the priority here is also to understand how to write an answer. And sometimes when you read a news article, what you should look out for or what additional preparation is required beyond what is reported in the paper. So let us not wait any further. Let us take it up further forward. This is my official Telegram channel, people. Any doubts or queries you have, you may contact me over here. Taking it further forward, this is my, I'm teaching public administration at Only IAS in the English language, which will be 80% in English and 20% in Hindi. Certain keywords, tough sentences will be explained in Hindi. Otherwise, 80% will be in English with the PPT material, every content in English. All right, people. 2026 batch, that is the last Titan batch for this year. It has already started from 25th and 26th onwards. We have already started it. Those of you are still planning to give an attempt, for whom it is basically a do or die situation. You know, you have only 1 year left, or this is the only attempt that your parents will allow you to give. In that case, pick this up. 10,999 rupees is the price. You will get all the GS plus CSAT here. Optional, you will have to enroll separately. But in the case you're a working professional or you're a college going student, I would recommend you to go for Pinnacle, because the course duration happens over a 2-year period of time. It goes very smoothly. I mean, there is not much rush into it. You can pick it up. And again, the price for it is 13,499. Clear? Don't make notes. Okay, once again, don't make notes for current affairs. Go, attend these weekly current affairs sessions and then read the monthly current affair compilation. What you should really be doing is practicing the PYQs. How to practice it, how to frame answers for it, that I will tell you now. All right. And again, the repeated question that keeps coming, is this good for RBI? Is this good for that? Is this good for this? Ultimately, this is basically the target is UPSC. So yes, here and there you will get content which is required for prelims. So this is not something, I'm not taking something which is totally different from the current affairs. All right, people. So let us see it now. What are the topics that we'll be handling today? Under economy again, US tariff and how women are going to be affected by it. Then space technology, where we'll be talking about integrated airdrop test. Under polity, we'll be dealing with Supreme Court and social media, online gaming bill and legislature performance. Under defense technology, we'll be dealing with decoy. Very limited topics if you actually see it, but each topic packs a punch. So we'll be taking it one by one to understand what it is, starting with US tariff and women. So we basically know now for a fact that the 50% tariff, which our US Donald Trump imposed, has come into effect. Now what we are going to see is properly data wise. So earlier I used to give you points, correct? I used to give you long sentences and we used to read it out. But now sometimes people ask me, sir, how to note down the facts? Some facts we need in our hand always, especially this question here will keep coming in. Issues with USA or international relations, it is something which will keep popping up every now and then, whichever year you are going to give your attempt. All right. So let us try to understand this. First of all, $4.19 trillion. And what is that? Current value of India's economy. Trillion, which is basically 1 trillion is 1 lakh crore. That is the first point. So always remember this data, this is not going to change that fast. Within the next 2 years and all, this is not going to change. So remember this always. If you are not able to remember it also, at least remember this much. It is more than 4 trillion. Capital 4T. Close to 1.5 billion is our population. This much you can do, right? This is not a difficult task. Then, we are the third largest economy. India's projected global economic rank after US and China. Economy ranking. Countries are ranked by nominal GDP. That is the total dollar value of goods or services. What do you mean by GDP? GDP is basically the total value of all the goods and services produced by a country in a year. Everything that is produced. That is even if you have purchased a Pinnacle batch, even that is also what service. Even if you have purchased a Titan batch, that is a service again. So the total value of all the goods, including, let us say now, okay, here in this room, what is produced in India? Hardly anything. Most of the electronic gadgets are not produced here inside India. Okay, maybe the chair, the rotating chair, what I am keeping my hands on, that could be made in India. So, whatever is made in India, all the goods and all the services, its final value. That is called GDP. What do you mean by nominal GDP? Nominal GDP simply means it is the final value of all the goods and services which is not adjusted for inflation. I told this to you in the last week's current affair class. Anything where you say it is nominal, it simply means the final value of goods and services is not adjusted for inflation. So when you say, oh, $4.19 trillion, wow, we are doing fantastic. But the moment you factor in inflation into it, this value will actually come down. When you put in the value of inflation and then you adjust your GDP, then you call it what? The real GDP. After adjusting for inflation. Always keep this in mind. Got it here? So that is the point here. 50% is the proposed US tariff on India. What is tariff? A tax imposed on imports, making them more expensive. The tariff is always imposed on what? Imports. So who is importing? USA is importing from India. Correct? Or India is exporting to USA. So what will happen because of this? Indian products will become costlier. Got the picture here? Thank you, Indian Rituraj, for reminding my dress is made in India. Thank you. That was really smart of you. $40 billion. Value of Indian exports targeted by tariff. That means this is the value that will be easily affected. $40 billion will be close to our loss. Goods or services sold to other countries, which in GDP terms is 1%. True, right? 4.19 trillion. 1% of it is 40 billion. Got the point here? So around 1% of our GDP, we are exporting to USA alone. Remember these facts. Got the point? These facts should be there in your fingertips. Around $4 trillion is our total value, or more than $4 trillion is our total value. $40 billion is the value of our exports to USA, which is basically nothing but 1% of GDP. That means I have the option to remember either this or this. Any one is enough. Both I don't need. So I'll generally go by what? I'll go by this value here. That is more than $4 trillion is our economy size. 1% of our GDP is the exposure of India to the US markets or US export markets. Got the point? Clear? Now let us move. 18%. Now what is this 18%? Share of US in India's total exports. 18% of our export market is USA. Shows India's dependency on the US market. Correct. Our goods have to go there. 18%. It is not 1, it is not 2. It is 18%. 30 to 35%. Extra cost disadvantage Indian exporters may face against Vietnam. China already has the advantage over us. There is no doubt about it. We can never compete with China in most of the goods. That is also a reality until and unless our technology improves or our manufacturing base improves. But you know what is the headache now? Because 50% tariff has been imposed, we have new competitors. We have almost basically all the Southeast Asian nations becoming our competitors. Even North American nations like Mexico, Brazil. So China, Mexico, Brazil, Vietnam, Philippines, and other Southeast Asian nations, all of these are going to become our competitors. Why? Our prices have increased. Got the point here? It means we need to pay an extra 50% money to US, sir. Please answer. Not like that online videos. It is not that we will pay. So if I am a US citizen, okay, imagine I'm a US citizen. So when the Indian goods comes to US market, I have to pay more. There is a leather shoes. Let us say now with Vietnam, let us say we are basically competing with leather goods. All right. So a leather shoes is there. Leather shoes. Let us make it even more better. Handmade. Very, very expensive. Okay, handmade leather shoes. That original leather shoes are very expensive. Vietnam is producing it. India is also producing it. But Indian goods, once it reaches USA, it will carry plus 50% tax. That is if a shoes is there, which is priced at, let us say, 5,000 rupees. What will happen to the price now? 7,500 rupees. Correct? 50% of 5,000 is 2,500. And there is another Vietnamese shoes. Also worth, let us say, 5,000 rupees. Maybe it is 6,000, let us say. That is sold at 6,000 only. So automatically what will happen? People will prefer Vietnam, not India. Because ultimately when I go to buy a shoes, I am not going to see where is it made. I will only go by what logic? I will only go by the simple logic of, yeah, I need what is cheap and best. It is a totally different scenario if I am too filthy rich where I want a particular brand of shoes, a particular company, particular country. That is different. That is different. That is very, very rare, a very small sample size within the economy. Larger sample size of the economy, if you actually see, they always go by a simple logic. What is cheap and what is best? In this particular scenario, it is Vietnam. Getting the point here? Agreed, Ishika. That is the only other. That is the other alternative. We need to search for other places where the prices will become less. But then Prime Minister Narendra Modi has utilized this opportunity. He's trying to turn it into an advantage. That is, agreed. Indian made shoes is 5,000 rupees and its price will increase to 7,500 once it reaches USA. Correct? What is his idea now is? His idea is basically reduce red tapeism plus taxes on these shoes, on the products which we are selling. So that what happens, the final cost, let us say now, it is only, let us say, 3,000 rupees. It reduces. Plus 50% tax means 4,500 rupees. Cheaper than China. He has found a new opportunity in this current tariff and is thinking that let us reduce the red tapeism, let us improve the export competitiveness, let us use this opportunity now to nudge the bureaucracy in working faster so that the prices of the goods will come down. Even if you impose a tax on it, it is not going to affect much. So many in the US are saying that India will, okay. What is the benefit to the US citizens? There is no benefit for the US citizens. US citizens will actually have to go for other products. That is the point here. See, it is very simple. There is no benefit as such for USA. It will actually, long run, it will actually lead to more harm. Got the point here? Because things will start becoming very, very expensive. Very, very expensive, including that is certain set of chemicals. So chemicals are there. Electronic items are there. Most of which are used as raw materials for other industries or intermediate materials to manufacture goods. Now, obviously, when the raw material prices goes up or even an intermediary goods price goes up, what will happen to the overall cost of the product in USA? That will shoot up. So forget all of this. Just forget all of this. You have increased the prices, right? You have increased the prices. You have increased the taxes. When tax increases, what will happen to the price? That also will increase. Tax increases, price increases. Then automatically what will happen? That will lead to inflation. And in any economy, inflation is not a good news. Yes, there are other alternatives one may keep saying, but certain chemicals are there, certain things are there, which you need to get it from India. What will you do for that? Got the point? This is the economic issue. Prices going up and definitely the businesses will be affected, right? Now somebody is selling shoes, somebody is making a good market. Indian shoes have a very good market, very good demand. Suddenly what happens? It goes down because of the high price. Won't it lead to unemployment? Won't it affect the people? So we can go to Vietnam to buy goods directly there in cheap price. True, Samson. People do that. Why do you think people travel to Vietnam and Thailand for their vacations? Thailand, obviously, there are other reasons to travel. But other than that, Vietnam, why do people go there? Vietnam people basically go there because things are a lot more cheaper there, especially the Vietnamese goods. Vietnamese goods are absolutely cheap. So handcrafted leather and all, if you actually get it from Vietnam, it will come for a very long life. And it is cheaper to travel to Vietnam. Very, very cheap. Got the point here? Definitely. Very good. Harshita. Very good, Abhi. Complementary goods. Agreed, Taran. There will be that is other goods, related goods also. Complementary goods means tea, sugar. This is what you call complementary goods. So if price of sugar increases, automatically what will happen to price of tea? That also will increase. America really wants to trade with India. Definitely, yes. America needs to trade with India. But other than that, geostrategically, why this is a blunder is, you have again proven, USA has again proven why India cannot trust USA. We know Trump is a madman. He needs this. See, his basic problem, I will tell you. His basic problem is not about trade, not about business, not about international politics. He's not even worried about whether China will become a threat for USA or not. None of this matters to him. That madman or that mad monkey, that mega monkey, is only worried about getting his Nobel Peace Prize. My request to the Indian government as well as to everybody in the world will be nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize, award him the Olympic gold, even give him the Oscar award. If possible, any which way, we are giving national award to movies like Jawan. So why not? We can give him a national award for the best actor too. Got the point here? We should give everything to him. If you give it, because his ego needs the boost here. He's just a businessman. He just needs an ego boost. For him, it is basically like Obama got, then I also want, I too want. That is what it is. Getting the point here? So this is the basic issue here. So nobody can solve this. And he has lost all sense of, listening to people or even understanding things. Got the point? Because no advisor in his rightful mind will actually do this. Got the picture here? Taking it further forward. 50 million. These are the people who are employed in textiles, gems, leather and footwear industries. 50 million. 50 million? Getting the point? 50 million it is. That means 5 crore people are working in the textiles, gems, leather and footwear industries, which is mostly again from the informal sector. Labor intensive sectors, these are basically industries that require large amounts of human labor. Got it? 50% decline. Projected drop in exports from these industries if tariffs hit. That means reflects risk to jobs and women's employment. 50% decline will be there. That means easily, because of this 50% tariff, at least 50% people will lose their job. There is no demand rate. See, we can basically say, it is easy to say, that is okay, let us go and find alternative markets other than USA. Where are these markets? Where are these markets? You need basically what? You need an economy where there is a decent standard of living. People are having money with them. Only then they are going to buy what? Indian goods. Getting the point here. Otherwise, they are not going to buy. So basically, if you're talking about, let us say, a country like Bhutan, people are having a decent standard of life, etc. But they have basically embraced the whole Buddhist way of living. Simple living. There is no Zomato, there is no Swiggy. Whatever it is, you have to walk to the market and get your materials, come back, cook and eat by yourself. Got the picture? So in such countries, basically, you cannot sell Indian goods. Next option is Nepal, with which again we are like, okay, relationship. Again, not a very rich country. Then we have our 2 Kujli neighbors. Alright. Kujli neighbors both are there. One is Pakistan, the other is Bangladesh. Nothing can be done. Myanmar is again under a military government. That leaves just Sri Lanka, which is again going through just recovering from an economic crisis. So you cannot depend on those people. Maldives, very recently only we have started recovering. So where are the options available with us? Got the picture here? So to compensate $40 billion worth business in other parts of the world is not going to be easy. By the time we figure it out, we sign the deal, we sign the document, and then it gets ratified inside the respective parliaments or state legislatures, and it becomes a law and it gets implemented. It will take 5-10 years. By then, these women, largely women-led industry, would have lost their job. Not important. MEA, Ministry of External Affairs, AIR1. US tax system, how does it differ at federal, state and local level? We need not actually worry about it. Because this tax, once it is imposed, it's a federal tax. Basically, that becomes applicable throughout the country. Got the point here? Canada, UK, yes, we can. But there again, restrictions are there. It is not that easily you can go and sell it. Got the point here? Canada and UK also, it is not that easily you can go and sell these products. There is a limitation to it. 50% decline, projected drop in exports from these industries if tariff hit. Then 37 to 41.7% is India's female labor force participation rate. What does that mean? Female labor force, it is the percentage of women aged 15 plus either working or seeking work. Clear? Correct, Mishti? Again, there should be a demand, right? To do it with Russia also, there should be a demand for it. The same question, why should Russians actually buy Indian goods? See, we have a good relationship with Russia. But does that mean tomorrow Russians come out with a phone? We will all stop buying Samsung, iPhone, etc. and start going behind Russian phone? Absolutely not. So when I have the choice as an Indian whether or not to buy a Russian product, the same choice is available with a Russian citizen. Just because the countries are in good relationship doesn't mean the citizens have to bear the brunt of it. 60% is China's female labor force participation rate for comparison highlights India's gap in women's workforce inclusion. Getting the point here, even in labor force participation rate, if you see, we are still stuck between this 37 to 40% range. China is ahead of us in that matter also. Got the point? In a country where it is still considered okay. Now again, some people, today I had actually put up a little probably controversial video in YouTube Shorts explaining why, asking basically 2 questions to the ECI and comparing it to a patriarchal behavior. So there again, many people told no, 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 and then again linking it with a suicide that took place very recently. No, the real reason is not, it was not murder, it was suicide. Nikki apparently killed herself, whatever, media speculations. Until the court comes with a verdict, we cannot actually say anything about it. But the fact is, a woman got killed ultimately, right? She was beaten up. There is a very good section of the Indian population who still think that it is okay to hit a woman. It is okay to hit your wife. It is okay to pull her hair and smack her on her face. Basic reason is most of the women after marriage, even if they are financially suffering, they are not allowed to go for work. Ultimately, the man gets to decide whether his wife should go to work or not. It is not the woman's choice. It is not at all the woman's choice. That is, after 78 years also, a woman has to basically take permission from her husband even if she wants to pursue a career. Forget overtaking China for another 100 years. Got the point? 27%. IMF estimate GDP boost if India closes the gender gap. GDP will grow by more than 27%. That means we are currently more than 4 trillion. 4 trillion plus 27% of 4 trillion. That much will be the jump when women joins the economy. Tesla car mein bahut, so we are not dealing with it with the US government. We are dealing with the Tesla company only. In Tesla car also, why is it that there is a high import duty? That is the other issue that Trump is having. Trump is basically telling that you people are charging such high import duty. So the point here is Tesla car. I think the one particular variant of it is around 60 lakhs or something, plus 60 lakhs on road price. Correct. That is because it carries a 100% duty or tariff. That means actual price is supposed to be somewhere around 30 lakhs. But we are placing another 30 lakhs as tax on it. Why? Why the 100%? Because Tesla car is what we call a CBU. Completely built unit. Completely built unit means not even one plastic piece inside that car, not even one nut, not even a screw is made in India. The entire car is completely an American product. Got the point here? So we don't entertain that. We basically want what Tesla, we are basically telling Tesla, you do one thing, you come to India, you manufacture it in the country, and then you do it. Then you sell your car. But Elon Musk has got no interest in it. Elon Musk is telling, no, that I will not do. Manufacturing means I will do it only in USA. I'll ship the product to your country. Indian government is like, sorry, we will not allow that either. Why? Imagine. If for 30 lakhs Tesla is available. Okay. Tesla is available for 30 lakhs means, trust me, even if I know my wife will get very angry with me, I will go and buy it. I will go and buy it. I am not going to buy a Tata. I am not going to buy a Mahindra. I am not going to buy a Maruti Suzuki either. I'll straight away go for Tesla. Why? My friends who have bought it. Yeah, my friends have bought it. They have bought it in Dubai. They have bought it even in USA. My brother-in-law has bought it in USA. They all say that it is the best vehicle out there. It is too good. So I know it is good for a reason. Range is also good. Why will I go for a Tata then? Why will I go for a Mahindra then? Got the picture here? So this is the reason why for all the completely built units, we have kept literally 100% duty or tariff. Much to the chagrin or much to the displeasure of our mega monkey. Got the point here? So he has been already blaming this. Long time ago, he has been blaming this. Getting the point here? Taran, let's not talk about driverless technology and all. That is a different story. Driverless technology, it is not at all possible in India because you will find dogs on the road, you will find cows on the road. If you are very, very lucky, sometimes elephant, rhinoceros, tiger, leopard, etc. Everything else will be there on the road. Other than human beings, other than vehicles, everything else will be there on the road. Sometimes there will be some grandmother taking all her sweet time just to cross the road. So driverless technology, you can forget it. But I'm just talking about the range and the build quality and the durability of the car, which is far superior than the Desi cars. Clear? 2045, year when India's demographic dividend window may close. What is that? 2045. This is 2025. 20 years from now. 20 years from now, if you all add 20 years to your age, what will be your age? Close to 40 minimum. Correct? Minimum 40 years. That means most of us will become very old. And already I told you India's birth rate is declining. So whatever opportunity that we have to get, growth opportunity we want to do, we want to increase our GDP, all that we have to do in the next 20 years itself. Because afterwards it will be a decline. It will be a down, it will be going down from there. Because more and more women will be simply, as they get more and more educated, more and more women will finally come to the grand conclusion. Why the hell should I marry? Already it has started happening in Kerala. Slowly it has started spreading to Tamil Nadu, then to the rest of the states in the country. Everywhere. I know many, within my friend circle, there are many women who have just opted for what? Single life is the best life. That number will double or quadruple by 2040. That's it. Duty and tariff. See, tariff is basically, tariff and duty, these are basically terms or terminologies that are used. So duty, when you say, it can be an export duty or an import duty. Sometimes to discourage the export, we may do it. For example, for sugar, occasionally government will impose an export duty. Why? To prevent domestic shortage. International prices of sugar, when it is high, if I am a sugarcane, or a sugar seller, all right, I will try to sell the sugar abroad, earn better money in dollars. But then the government is seeing that because more and more all the sugar is going outside the country, sugar prices have started increasing. And we are a very sweet population. We cannot have even a single day in our life without sugar. Correct. Now today Ganesha Chaturthi, all of you would have easily had different types of sweets. So if sugar goes outside the country, there is no sugar left inside the country, then what will you do? Sugar prices, if it goes up, I told you, tea prices will increase, coffee prices will increase. Food itself, the price will shoot up. So I want to avoid it. What will I do? I'll put an export duty. A duty I will place on export so that it doesn't increase, so that the price doesn't increase. Sorry. I'll put it on export so that if you have to export something, you will have to pay a tax to the government. So when you come and tell me that, okay, you are exporting, then pay the tax. I'll be like, what? No, I will sell it here only. I'll sell it in the domestic market only. Oh, domestic market you're selling, then no tax on you. Tariff, when you say, simply means it's import. Always remember that. Tariff, when you say, it simply means import duty. Specific it is. Duty, when you say, it can be export duty, it can be import duty, sometimes it can even be customs duty. So generally when all these celebrities, when they go abroad and come, airport officials will be smiling and giggling. You know why? Because they know it definitely. If they've gone to Dubai, if they have gone abroad, America, Europe, wherever, they would have bought so many foreign products. They'll sit there and calculate each of these products' price. Google, easily you can find out. They'll sit and calculate, okay, this is the value. Okay, the price of this jacket is, okay, 5 lakh rupees. Yeah, the likes of Shah Rukh Khan, Allu Arjun, etc. Their dresses are all in lakhs, nothing in thousands or 10,000s. So 5 lakh rupees jacket, 10 lakh rupees jeans pant, 20 lakh rupees shoes, 3 crore rupee watch. They'll add up everything, and finally they will put, okay, this much is the product which you bought from abroad. Pay this much import duty. Lauki, YouTube, if you're preparing for Kerala PSC, I would suggest focus more on the static subjects. Kerala PSC, I don't think they're going to ask you questions from the My Current Affairs. Chances are less. One or two you may get. All right. So prepare for your Kerala PSC and all the best getting a job because it is Kerala PSC. Economic growth potential when working age population is larger than dependents. What do you mean by dependents? Dependents simply means the old age. People who belong to an old age. Getting the point here? (63 to 70%). Japan's FLPR increase over reforms reflects effect of policy plus childcare support. That is, Japanese female labor participation rate increased from 63% to 70% because they brought in various reforms, especially childcare support. One of the major reasons why women quit their job is basically because when they give birth to a child, they need somebody to take care of their child. 6 months maternity leave is there. But after the 6 months, what? So once they started bringing that support system there, automatically what happened is the labor force participation started increasing. Got the point here? 4% boost in Japan's GDP per capita due to women's participation. Per capita GDP is the average income per person. All right. Now, what are the various schemes that are there at state level and national level to basically encourage labor force participation rate? Let us see that. 2023, the launch year of Karnataka's Shakti scheme. Shakti scheme, which is basically free bus travel for women in Karnataka. Oh, I always used to tell freebies are bad, freebies are bad. This is not at all a good idea, not at all a good idea. Until I met a few women who work as maids here in my society. So I used to ask them, how are things? How is it going? No, it's very fine now. Now it is very fine. I said, why? What has changed? Did your salary increase? Did your salaries increase? No. We are saving money. I said, how? We don't have to spend 1 rupee on travel. I asked her how much it used to be earlier. She said an amount. For my economic capability, it sounded like, for that is a big amount. I was wondering. But for these people who work as maids, people who work as laborers, people who work in the shops, doing small, works, manual work largely, for them it's a huge saving. They're able to travel easily now. They don't even have to bother about, okay, whether they have their monthly pass, that pass, this pass, nothing. Just go in, sit in the bus. That's more than enough for them. Got the point here? So actually, it has an effect. Certain freebie schemes does have a positive effect on what? The labor force participation rate. Clear? 40% is the surge in female bus ridership under the Shakti scheme. Shows mobility boosts workforce access. That is one thing. 40% increase is there. But otherwise also now everybody have started. When something is available for free, we are Indians, right? So basically in Kerala we will say, in Malayalam basically to put it up, acid English translation. That means for free, if acid is available, that also we will stand in queue, take it and we will drink it because it is free. 15,000 women, service providers onboarded by urban company gig platform. Gig work, short-term or flexible work through digital platforms. The 15,000 women were hired by an urban company. That means exclusively they targeted what? Let us hire women, which has actually helped in improving the labor force participation rate. 18,000 to 25,000 per month. Average monthly earning of women workers on urban company, which is basically about $215 to $300 per month. 4 crore person days. Employment created by Rajasthan's Indira Gandhi Urban Employment Guarantee Scheme. Urban employment. Person day. 1 person employed for 1 day. What is person day? 1 person employed for 1 day. 4 crore person days means what? For 4 crore people, employment opportunity was given. Got the point here? For 4 crore. Through what? Rajasthan's Indira Gandhi Urban Employment Guarantee Scheme. Something similar to Mahatma Gandhi. 65% share of jobs in the scheme that went to women. Indicates success of women-centric employment schemes. I've always told you, you want to keep a society backward, all you have to do is what? You need to keep things, you don't have to, just don't give any rights to the women. You want to improve things, then what is the only thing you have to do? Again, you have to do only one thing. Empower the women. Got the point here? Deva, yes, you can watch the video. Exactly, Karthik. That is the other side of the story, right? When something was being given free to the females, obviously what happened? Now, 40%, that is in a bus, if you actually see also, generally what is happening is today, for 60 to 70% of women who travel for free, the 30% men are actually paying the price. And even more better, this gets even more better. The thing is like, the men are standing, the women are sitting. Obviously, there are people in the social media who are asking, where is the equality here? Got the point? Any doubts so far? Just surviving, Siddharth. Just surviving. Any questions? The next topic, what I am going to take, it is highly prelims oriented. Highly. Called integrated airdrop test. So basically the idea is, there are 3 stages to a rocket. Okay, here it is a 3 stage. That is the first, this is the second, this is the third. We are planning to go for a human mission to space. And this here is what you call the crew module. That is all the people will be sitting inside this. So, first stage will fire. First, the first stage will fire. After reaching a certain distance, this will break off. A certain speed has to be generated. Where the first stage breaks off, and the second stage starts firing. Then finally, after whatever mission, etc., they will enter into this. This crew module is there. This crew, why you need this? This is the component that will bring back the astronauts back. Stages refer for fuel types. Yeah, it can. Depends. Ram fuel type also, plus it can be even a ramjet engine. What type of engine you are using, that also matters. Is it a ramjet engine? Is it a scramjet engine? All that will matter there. Got the point? So finally you go there, first stage is gone, then later onward second stage will go. This thing will be there. After whatever mission etc. is over, you will enter into this. You will enter into this crew module, and this crew module will what? Will have to make a re-entry. This will have to re-enter into the earth, which is not at all an easy task. First of all, the launch, then remaining in the space for some time, then entering into it, ejecting this one portion, then entering into the atmosphere again is not an easy task. Why? We all know the earth is surrounded by what? Earth is basically surrounded by atmosphere. Anything that enters into the atmosphere, what happens? It will face resistance. It will face resistance. And when resistance is there will be heat. Because you're coming at not at 1 kilometer per hour or 2 kilometer per hour. You're basically traveling at 1000 kilometers per hour. That speed you're coming in. So as you enter, one of the first challenges you will be, that is this white module from space. This white module from space, as it enters, it is definitely going to face what? A lot of heat, which it should withstand. And as it keeps coming down, you should be able to reduce its speed. To reduce its speed, you need actually parachutes. You will have an initial set of parachutes to just immediately bring a brake to the thing. It's almost like something is going fast and you just pull the brake once. That is, imagine your car is going. Main brake has failed. There is no main brake. Main brake is gone. Only thing left with you is handbrake. But at the speed with which you are going, suddenly if you pull the handbrake and you hold it there, your vehicle will go ulta-malta. So what do? You pull it and you leave it. You're traveling at high speed, you pull it and you immediately leave it. Same way, you release the first set of parachutes so that something is going down fast and pop, it gets pulled up. Now the speed is lesser. And as it comes down and comes down further and further, what you do is, okay, when it is really coming down fast, it will be straight lines. Parachutes will be deployed. They will come down slowly. Then, if it lands on a sea or on land or wherever it is, we can open it and retrieve the astronauts out. As you can clearly see, it is not at all an easy task. It's a very, very critical task. A lot of tests, more than 1,000 odd tests should be conducted before you can actually certify whether this will work or not. So I don't know whether you have tried it in your small age. Take a handkerchief, put a stone in the middle, tie the ends of the handkerchief to it, roll it, throw it in the air. It will behave like a parachute. It will come very slowly. Similar tests have to be conducted. So the ISRO right now is doing that. With DRDO and other organizations, what we are right now doing is we are testing different weights. We are testing just to see whether this thing will open up, whether the parachute will open up or not. Got it? So let us deal with the content now. On August 24, ISRO carried out its first integrated airdrop test, IADT-1, which is an important step for India's first human space flight mission, Gaganyaan. A dummy crew capsule weighing about 5 tons. Dummy means fake. Was dropped from a helicopter to check whether its parachutes could slow it down safely before splashdown. Splashdown means landing it on water. I'll tell you, Ms. Sharma, don't worry. Please explain it once again, sir. Controlled braking system. Question mark. Are you talking about the car example I told you? Anyway. See, each stages are there to a rocket, correct? It is not that a rocket you will just, it is not like a Diwali rocket, just in case people are wondering. It's not that you light it up and do shh and the rocket will go up to space. No. Each stages are there. First stage where XYZ fuel will be burnt. Then once this attains a certain speed, the second stage will fire up. That is the diagram that I have given here. The first stage is ejected. This is the first stage. We have ejected it. It is over. It is all the fuel here is over. Now the second stage will work. Got the point? Then the final stage is the crew flight. Now the crew is inside this. I need to bring them back. How do I bring them back? Yeah, controls are there. That is there. This is there. Fine. To bring anything back, you don't require fuel actually. Correct? To bring anything back, you don't require fuel. You're very close to Earth's gravity. Gravity will pull you in. But when you are trying to come in, what happens? You actually have Earth's atmosphere, which acts as a resistance. Earth's atmosphere is the biggest shield what we have. Why do you think meteors, other things, when they enter into, oh, Toota Hua Tara, so many stupid movies, Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, etc. You would have seen. Toota Hua Tara se, what is it? Apna Mannat Mango, whatever. You can make a wish to a Toota Hua Tara and then it will happen apparently. Nothing. Nothing is going to happen. And what is this Toota Hua Tara? Why it is tootifying? Why it is breaking away Earth's atmosphere? Because if you travel at such a high speed and you enter into Earth's atmosphere will be throwing in resistance. Imagine you're traveling at a bike at a high speed. You feel the wind on your face, right? By the time you reach the other side, that travel the distance and reach your home, your own mom won't identify you. Your hair will be looking like electricity advertisement. Your face will be looking all dark. Why? The wind. That wind would have easily dehydrated you. Why? Heat again. Same thing, but this is happening at what? Not at 60, 70 km per hour. This is happening at a very high speed. So obviously the resistance is more. Heat is more. What will happen? You need to slow it down. For that we are using what? Parachutes. To conduct those tests, 1,000 tests at least should be conducted before we can safely certify, yeah, this thing will land safely. So that is what we are doing. We conducted the first test now before splashdown. Yeah, see, initial start and all will be required. Nobody is denying it. Nobody is denying that aspect. Initial start will be needed. All that we are agreeing. Let us not go into the details of it because that needs to be worked out. Getting the point here. Fazan, go and play cricket, man. Get into a college first. In IADT, the parachutes were expected to open in sequence once the capsule was dropped from around 3 kilometer height. So at 3 kilometer itself, it should open up. All right. Oh, again the same question. Although no humans were inside and it was released from a helicopter, the test stimulated the final stages of a real space mission. That is around 3 kilometers, this thing should open up because it is coming at that velocity. Otherwise, tata, bye-bye, khatam. That is what will happen. In the actual mission, the capsule will first slow due to air resistance and heat shield, then by drogue parachutes, and finally by 3 large parachutes. The drogue parachutes is what I told you. These are like initial parachutes that are released so that some resistance. So you're running at high speed and then somebody pulls you. What happens? That jhatka will come. So you're slow down slightly. Again, you try to run fast. Again, it is released. Then at 3 kilometer, the large parachutes will come. The thing will absolutely slow down and then pluk, it will land on water. Got the point here? The goal is to reduce its speed to about 8 meters per second before hitting the water. Why water, obviously? Why not land? Why water? Simple logic. What is the weight? Weight is around 5 tons. Correct. That into the velocity, 8 meters per second. That is around 40 ton meter per second. Change in momentum is what? This is the mass into velocity with which the satellite is, the crew module is coming down. If it hits a flat surface like Earth, from 8 meters per second, suddenly the momentum becomes 0. Sorry, velocity becomes 0. It is coming at 8 meters, hits the Earth, velocity stops. So this was the initial momentum. Final momentum is 0. Why final it is 0? Because 5 ton into 0 meter per second when it hits the Earth. What will happen? This much force. What is the change in mass into velocity? Change in mass into velocity is force. This much of force will act on the people who are staying inside the crew module. In other words, they will all get crushed to their death. Getting the point here? That is the reason why you shouldn't drive at high speeds in the highway. In the highway, even if a truck comes and hits you at 2 meters per second, that is a big lorry and all comes and hits you even at 2 meters per second. Why is that sometimes people die? Change in momentum. Velocity is only what? 2 meters per second, 3 meters per second. But what about the mass of the truck? That comes and touches you also, it will become very, very fatal. Got the point here? So this is the concept here. But instead of this, if it falls on water, what is the advantage? Look, it will go down, then it will pop up. It is purposefully given this shape so that it will float there. Getting the point here? It will float there. No issues. Nothing will happen. It is just like taking a dive. Got the point here? Gaganyaan's. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. For IADT-1, an Indian Air Force Chinook helicopter lifted a 4.8 ton dummy module and released it at the planned height. Automated systems then deployed the parachutes in sequence. The Air Force handled lifting. DRDO supported with materials and safety systems, while the Navy and Coast Guard prepared for recovery after splashdown. Navy and the Coast Guard. Obviously, because we will not be landing them in a river. We will be landing them where? For a freely falling body, object speed is more near to the surface of the earth. Yeah, I'm not denying it. Who said it is wrong? I never said that it is not. It is not so. I am also agreeing with it. It is high. That is the reason why you should reduce the speed. See, you are telling near to the surface of the earth. What I am telling is at 8 meter per second, something is falling down with parachutes. If it hits the earth directly, a hard surface directly, people inside is going to get crushed. You're talking about free falling. I'm not talking about free fall here. With parachutes also, if you land, you should not land on a hard surface. Why should you land on water? Because water it is. No matter with whatever force you come down, water will buoyancy. Buoyancy will reduce it. So 8 meter per second means very small speed, right? It is not a high speed. It will be like, pluck, it will go down, pluck, it will come up. Got the point? Free fall, when you talk about, absolutely right. As you come down, as you come closer and closer to the surface of the earth, the speed will increase manifold. It will keep on increasing till you hit the surface. Got the point here? Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, led by A. Rajarajan, handled about 90% of the activities. So what is the point here? How many agencies are involved? ISRO obviously is involved. Air Force is involved. DRDO is involved. Navy is involved. Coast Guard is involved. Vikram Sarabhai Space Center is involved. Like I told you in the beginning, this is strictly prelims-oriented data. Any question can come over here with regard to this. Then the weight, 4.8 ton. Height, 3 kilometer. Speed, 8 meter per second. Got the point? In space missions, ascent, descent, and recovery are the riskiest stages. Gaganyaaan's final aim is to send Indian astronauts to low Earth orbit, LEO, on a specially modified human-rated LVM-3 rocket. Human rating means every system must meet the highest safety standards with backups and life support. The crew escape system is another major safeguard that ensures astronauts can be pulled away from the rocket if a launch goes wrong. That is, even before, at the launch stage, if some issue is there, you can pull out the astronauts from there. Crew escape system. The first test TVD1 took place in October 2023. Date again. The next TVD2 will test a more complex abort scenario. The uncrewed Gaganyaan 1 mission will send a crew module with the humanoid robot Vyom into orbit to stimulate astronaut activities. Success of ADT1 will help in preparing TVD2 and G1. You can skip daily if you want, but then do read the paper. Don't completely go blank. Just read the paper, at least the main headings. What is happening in the country, you should have an awareness. Headings, just the main titles, keep reading it. So that you also can actually ask. In the comment sections, at least you can ask, sir, we want this particular topic to be dealt in detail. Then I can come back and explain it. That is how this can work as a highway. Alright. Coming back. Now, key systems under development include environmental control and life support system for oxygen. Waste, temperature and fire safety, integrated vehicle health management system that detects faults and triggers emergency aborts, and an upgraded LVM-3 rocket adapted for human safety. India has also developed many technologies domestically such as escape motors, special composite materials, since they were not available from abroad. Gaganyaan is the only first step in India's larger human spaceflight mission. The government plans to set up the Bharatiya Antariksh Station BAS by 2035 and achieve a crewed lunar landing by 2040. Alright. English channel, brother, Mr. Mintu. So obviously, in an English channel, only English is going to work out. Absolutely, Jagdish. Agreed with that. Although schedules may slip, IADT1 was originally planned for April 2024. Every milestone builds capability. That means we are already behind 1 year. This test, whatever we conducted, we were supposed to do it last year. We are doing it this year. So, it will get pushed off further and further. TVD2 will demonstrate crew escape system in an emergency. ISRO's SpaceX mission is in its extended phase after demonstrating in-orbit docking in May 2025. This capability is important for future missions like Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan, and BAS. The first human space flight is officially scheduled for 2027, though it is likely to be delayed. All right. Pure and pure current affairs. That is what it was. Pure and pure prelims related current affairs. All right. Especially for those of you who are attempting in 26, 27, 28, 29, whatever. You may get this. Only solution is what? Keep reading it. Now, the request what was asked last time. So, Supreme Court and social media. Very simple verdict only. Supreme Court gave an observation. Gave a direction to the central government basically. That is, Supreme Court is stressing the need to regulate social media influencers and online content creators who commercialize free speech to ensure that while freedom of expression is protected, it does not cross into hurtful or insensitive speech that violates the dignity of vulnerable groups such as persons with disabilities, women, children, minorities, and senior citizens. Getting the point here, there are people who actually mint money by abusing. Getting the point here, these are those days. That is, for example, now one video I made today where I was criticizing the Election Commission of India. So somebody actually commented. The comment was something like, sir, these type of videos doesn't suit you. You only teach polity, that is enough. Again, under him, another set of people went and said, who are you to say that? It is his wish. People supporting me, opposing me, some even called me, even one fellow even compared me with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. I don't know whether I should feel happy about it or sad about it. Number one, have I criticized the government here? No, I have criticized Election Commission of India. Number two, was it pure hatred or based on facts? It was based on fact. He actually made that statement. My problem with that statement, what was it? The problem was basically, how can, now if he's so worried about a woman's privacy, then who gave him the permission to record it? And who is he to decide what is a private matter for a woman and what is not? If a man gets to decide, if I get to decide how a woman, whether a woman's video, how it should be used and shouldn't be used, if I decide, should I decide it or should that woman decide? If a voter of a booth or a constituency, a female voter says, no, my CCTV footage will not be used by the ECI, means it makes sense. The choice should be with the woman, not with the male members of the society. That is my point here. The fact that the male members gets to decide what is private and not private of a woman, that is patriarchy. That is patriarchy. Now, this is my opinion. Freedom of speech and expression. So, Supreme Court is telling it should not be hurtful, it should not be insensitive, that violates the dignity of vulnerable groups like disabled, women, children, minorities, and senior citizens. South Indian people, Mr. Stark, get your facts right. How many South Indian people you know have entered into politics? In Karnataka, can you name anybody who has entered from the movie industry directly into politics and become the chief minister? And second of all, acting is just a job. Acting is just a job. All right, if Shah Rukh Khan comes and stands next to you, won't you act like that? If you don't act, great. You're somebody like me. Totally ironed face. But then, Shah Rukh Khan does he have every right to form an association? Does he have every right to form a political association? Does he have every right to contest the election? Absolutely yes. It is an individual's fundamental right and freedom. Get the point here? In the state of Kerala also, again, you will rarely find actors entering into politics. Rare scenario it is. Got the point? Tamil Nadu exceptions are there. MGR was there, Jayalalitha was there, and after many years, now apparently Mr. Vijay is entering into politics. Does he have the right to do that? Absolutely yes. Does the people of Tamil Nadu have the right to vote for him? Absolutely yes. $1 billion question is, who are you to question their choice? Again, you can question it because it is your freedom of speech and expression. That's how a democracy works. You can have a different opinion. I may disagree with it, but I need not disrespect it. Got the point here? That is how you do it. Walaikum assalam, Mushraf. It highlights the balance between free speech versus responsible speech and calls for clear guidelines with real consequences so that humor and commentary do not become vehicles for discrimination or abuse. Humor also should not be personal. Getting the point here? That is the ultimate thing. Yes, MGR is there, NTR is there. NTR is again from the Telugu film industry. All right, NTR, MGR, etc. But currently, who is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? Sorry, Andhra? It is Chandrababu Naidu. Is he from film industry? Sir, what about Pavan Kalyan? My memory is right, Pavan Kalyan did not win the first time when he entered into politics. Chiranjeevi Garu also, when he actually started his own political party, he had to disband away from it. Got the point? So this is all part of freedom. Now the question here is, this is the news. Where Supreme Court is asking the government to regulate social media. All right. 2013, 2022, 2025. Ekta Udayanidhi Stalin was an actor. So is Hema Malini. So was Vinod Khanna. So was Raj Babbar. So was Jaya Bachchan. So was Mr. Amitabh Bachchan when he was also an MP. He has also contested in the election. And apparently Mr. Govinda tried it. Smriti Irani. I can give a long list. I can also give a long list and tell that why these North Indian people are actually joining politics. That is the most unparliamentary thing to say as far as I am concerned. It is an individual's choice. Don't even write it for your answer. Don't even mention it in your interview. 2013 GS2. Now this is how you do it. You analyze the paper and you found that 2013 in GS2 paper question had come social networking sites, definition and security implications. 2022 a GS3 question had come regulation of social media to protect youth. 2025 GS3 question again, social media and encrypted messaging security challenges, measures and remedies. As you can clearly see, as I told you earlier, we may segregate topics, UPSC doesn't. UPSC will keep taking from here to there to here, where you're like, ye kya hai ye? Kaun hai ye log? From where are they coming from? Got the point here? So here is your question. Because by the time you people decide to give your attempt, all right, you people decide to give your attempt, automatically what will happen? The questions are going to become even more complex. So this is a hypothetical question which I have made now. With the rapid expansion of social media platforms, democracies face dual challenge of safeguarding privacy and free expression while addressing threats of misinformation, cybercrime, and illicit digital transactions. In this context, critically examine India's regulatory approach, including the provisions of the Income Tax Act 2025 in comparison with global practices such as the EU Digital Services Act and other international laws. Actually, Mr. I have no idea, that is IT, I have no idea how Kerala sir, 100% literacy sir, is basically, an idea of disrespect. Now you can say one more thing, Kerala sir, 100% literacy sir, 100% digital literacy sir. Every citizen in the state of Kerala, that is the old people, also know how to use the internet now, how to use social media sites now, how to open an account in FB, Instagram, how to access the government websites. Getting the point here. To quote Rajdeep Sardesai, even though I'm not a fan of him, what Kerala thinks today, India will think about it tomorrow. All right? Now tell me, how will you frame an answer here? हिंदी आपको सूट नहीं करता सिंगल वर्ड भी तो लुट गए हाँ लुट गए you broke my heart. Tell me what will be the intro here. What will you start your answer with? The intro part. This is strictly for my UPSC students. Come on. Tell me what will be the intro here. Intro, what you will start with. Star will discuss that later. Lot of Muslim friends, Mushraf, and I was in Dubai, so I know. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. That is how you say na. Wa alaikum assalamu rahmatu barakatuh or something. I'm not sure whether I'm pronouncing it right. Supreme Court verdicts. Your Hindi is cute. I am CA student. Arey yaar, where are my students here? Okay, my boss is kidney failure. Karnataka case. Introduction means when you get a question, always look in the sentence. Is there anything to be defined? Social media platforms. I will start my answer with a definition. And what is the definition? Social media platforms. That is my first job. I'll define it. Face the dual challenge, safeguarding privacy and free expression. So privacy also has to be protected. Freedom of expression also has to be protected. So privacy, when you say, easily the next thing that comes in line is, obviously I'll have to give importance to our dear Puttaswamy. Puttaswamy judgment, which talks about right to privacy. Then free expression. Obviously, people should be allowed to express their opinion. Very good, Manjunath. Agreed, Ishika? Later. Then, addressing threats of misinformation, cybercrime, illicit digital transaction. That means for this line here, I should supplement it actually with what? Data. Data on misinformation, cybercrime, illicit digital transaction. Illicit means illegal. All right. Sadul Srinivas. Yamandi. Let us see. Now the answer. Now whatever answer I am going to frame here, it will always be elaborative. Okay. So that then in this context, critically examine India's regulatory approach, including the provisions of Income Tax Act. That means in my answer, I should mention the IT Act 2025. Also compare it with global practices, which is EU digital services and other international laws. This is my structure. This is the structure. Some people, they literally trust the limits of your patience. So it's better to, All right. So this is the structure. Let us see the judgment. See, judgment before that, you should actually give the definition of social media platform, right? Judgment will come. We'll take it up. But let us see now. First, I have defined here. This is the answer now. Okay, people? The answer part. Where I have defined what is social media. Social media refers to online platforms and applications like messaging apps, social networks, and media sharing services where users create, post, and interact with content. Government must tread a fine line, protect individuals' privacy and free expression while ensuring national security through detection of terrorism, cybercrime, hate speech, and other online harms. No, Devanshi, straight away not. Because see, that is the point what I wanted to stress here. You look at it, every question will tell you what should be the structure of your answer. Every question, starting with a definition. Then moving on to your judgments, like whatever you people have been telling, Supreme Court judgments or whatever, with regard to privacy, free expression. Then giving the data with regard to this, the crimes that have taken because of this. Then mentioning Income Tax Act, then comparing it with other act. This is your structure of your answer. This way, when you write it, you are never going to miss out on any information. Your answer will have a flow. Anybody who reads it will understand it. Straight away starting from that is almost like I have told earlier, Anurag Kashyap movie. Straight away from the climax, he will start the movie and you are left wondering, ye log kaun hai ye log? Who are these people? From where have they come from? Getting the point. We want only a Karan Johar type of movie. Hero meets heroine, both of them fall in love, both of them fight, happily ever after. That's it. Linear structure to the answer writing. Terrorism means basically through these gaming platforms. People will actually, gaming platforms, through the gaming platforms, actually, you can converse, right, with other player. There they actually give codes, etc., as to which area to attack, the money transfer details, etc. They talk through codes. So in most of these gaming platforms, what happens is agents from the government, both international and national, will be sitting and overhearing it. They'll be playing, but they're also keeping a watch over each and every player there. Got the point? Over-regulation can stifle speech. Under-regulation endangers safety. India has seen a sharp rise in social media related crimes. Data I am giving. But when I am actually giving data, look what I have done. I have underlined it. I have made it bold purposefully. But in the exam, you need not make it bold and all. With whatever pen you are writing, with that same pen, you will underline it. So that this becomes the highlight. So in 2020, 50,000 cybercrime cases were registered, including 578 identified fake news incidents, misinformation, data. This becomes the data for misinfo. In 2021, the figure rose to 52,430. In early 2025, Bihar reported 46,022 fraud complaints and Hubballi recorded 28 cases of fear-inducing content, resulting in over 700 account takedowns. Got the point here? See, Vishaga, WhatsApp doesn't allow. That is true because it is completely encrypted. But I hope you have heard of Pegasus spy software. Getting the point here. If government has a doubt that this particular person is indulging in some sort of crime, government can get it installed. It's as simple as that. Got the point here? This includes harassment, intimidation, misinformation, and hate content. Globally, countries are tightening social media regulation through specialized laws. Now I will mention EU's digital services. Now I will mention this. Mandates transparency, harms prevention. So obviously, I am giving EU's Digital Services Act in detail here. Why I will tell you. Look at the trend of the paper. Look at the trend of GS2 paper. Any question that is asked, they are easily asking, okay, what is the, how it is done in USA? Presidential powers, they are asking to compare it with that of Indian president and US president. Got the point here. How things are run, how the Supreme Court judges are selected here, how the Supreme Court judges are selected elsewhere. So generally when students ask me, sir, what will we write for way forward? Especially for polity-related questions, the answer is simple. What are the best practices that is happening elsewhere? So social media regulation, again, the Hindu ran an article telling that this is not done. The state is again going to monitor as this is state surveillance. Supreme Court shouldn't have given a ruling like this. Well, they should wake up and smell the coffee. What is happening in European Union, which actually values individual freedom more than national security. Let us look into that. Mandates transparency. So this is the EU's Digital Services Act, which already came in 22. Transparency, harms prevention and child protection. In mid-2025, the EU piloted a privacy-friendly digital ID wallet to verify users' age while preserving data minimalism. Everybody should have a digital ID wallet. In the digital ID wallet, already it will be verified. What is your name? What is your age? All that will be there. Only if you enter those details, you can access your social media accounts. This integrates zero knowledge proof technology to confirm only that a user is over 18. So what they are telling is, so I am here, 38 years old. I have basically a digital wallet where all my details are there. Okay. So all my details means name. But this name will be shown as XXXXX. Date of birth. That will be there. Okay. 87. XX. Then other details will be there. When I try to log into a social media website, any social media, that social media is only going to check this one data here. Just to confirm that whether this guy is more than 18 or not. That's it. Other than that, nothing. That will be the only detail. This is what the law is saying. But what is the doubt here? My digital wallet, I have entered it, right? There is a digital wallet and it is digital. What guarantee is there that the government is not spying it, trying to check out what are the websites I am visiting, what are the comments that I am typing, what is the content that I am reading? What guarantee is there? There is no guarantee. How do you ensure that this digital wallet that is created, government will not read it at all? Got the point here? Clear? So that is EU's Digital Services Act. Let us take it further forward. The mini ID wallet is being tested in 5 member countries. States ahead of the full EU DI wallet rollout by 2026 under revised EIDAS. That is again digital wallet only. Got the point here? So in European Union, they are going to bring a digital wallet which will ensure whether you are above 18 or not. UK Online Safety Act, again 2023, imposes a duty of care on the platforms with penalties up to 18 million pounds or 10% of their turnover. Regulators can block non-compliant services. Duty of care means it is their duty to ensure that children or any harmful content is not allowed to be circulated online. I hardly look 30. Oh my God, then I should start exercising. Earlier, people used to say I look only 17. You see, Bali humor. Germany's NetzDG 2017. Germany, again ahead of us, requires platforms to remove illegal content within 24 hours or face up to 50 million euros in fines, plus an obligation to publish transparency reports. Got the point here? Australia enacted an Online Safety Act 2021 and amended it in 24 to ban users under 16 from major platforms. Fines can reach Australian dollars 50 million from late 2025. So, European Union, UK, Germany, Australia, and then finally our darling USA. Legislative reform continues on platform responsibility through proposals such as the Safe Tech Act. State level bills target hate speech, algorithmic targeting, and platform power. Hate speech, you know. Algorithmic is what? Algorithm simply means, now let us say I'm a child. I'm always a child, but until you see I'm so young. Yeah. So you keep playing these online games. Algorithm will get to know that you're a child. And it will keep suggesting you games after games. Advertisement of games, etc. Got the point here? Against that also USA is passing a law. Importantly, the Income Tax Act of 2025 includes a provision under clause 247. Please remember this. How you remember? 24/7 is there. 24/7. Similarly, Income Tax Act has a clause called 247. Very nice rule. 247 means what? This is clause 247. But what is its inner meaning? I will tell you. 24/7. Tax authorities will be looking at your social media. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಮಾಡು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡು ನಾವು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಎಂದ ಕುಟ್ಟ ഞാൻ വരുന്നുണ്ട് क्या हुआ बेटा मैं आ रहा हूं तेरे लिए तेरे जितना भी पैसा है लूटने के लिए मैं आ रहा हूं English version, it simply means we will just look at your social media profile, we will look at whatever you're purchasing, and you're not at all paid income tax at all. Don't worry, we are going to come knocking at your doors. This is what is going to happen. Got the picture here? Subject to legal safeguard to access an individual's email, social media accounts, cloud storage, digital assets, bypassing passwords when needed during search operations. Got the point? That is search operations. Actually, if they come, if income tax authorities right now come to my home, if they ask, give your password to your iPad, give the password to your iPhone, I have to give it. I have to give it. I cannot say, sorry, it is privacy. Putta Swami, they'll give one put on my face. Got the picture here? This is the law. I have to give it. This effectively allows for audit of social media behavior where tax evasion or undisclosed digital income is suspected. So basically what? Your social media behavior is being monitored. Got the point? This power could help regulators track illicit monetization through social media, such as undisclosed income from influencer deals, digital assets fraud, cryptocurrency-based scams, etc. And hold perpetrators to account. Together, these legal advancements, social media laws in various democracies, and India's new tax and data access powers demonstrate how state policy is catching up to digital age challenges. I know it looks like a, oh my god, this tough sentence. But in your conclusion and all, little bit, there is no such word which is very fancy. That is Shashi Tharoor level knowledge, nothing is there. Getting the point? Shashi Tharoor level knowledge, nothing is there. But simple words, using that, they have made a pretty complex sentence. You can use it for your conclusion. Got the point here? Those people will say, sir, conclusion mein kya likhu? I don't know how to conclude. This is what you do. Getting the point here? This is what you do. You by heart the conclusion and go. When you feel that you're not confident with your language writing skills, you by heart the conclusion and go. Because why should you by heart it? Because I told you, factually speaking, this question has come thrice on social media, and these topics will keep repeating. So you prepare a topic means finish it off. Once and for all, get it done. Getting the point here? Failure of raids is having higher percentage. It's not about failure of raids is having higher percentage. This new bill has only come. Failure of raids clearly shows that people have actually moved online. People have actually started moving their assets online, moving funds online. That's again another discussion altogether. Hawala transactions, through Hawala transactions, you'll first shift your money. And then later, you will convert that same money and put it through different accounts from different parts of the world into a foreign account or into a Swiss account or into a Panama account or a Cayman Islands account. Somewhere you will put it. From different sources, you put it into somewhere foreign. And when income tax say, Ayyo, I don't have anything, I am a bikari, I have not even bought one underwear in the last 10 years, all that drama you can do. That's another discussion altogether. Clear? For India, combining oversight tools like real-time data access with accountability safeguards and adopting privacy-aware identity systems might be the key to striking the right balance between protecting rights and ensuring security. Those of you who feel your English is not good, this will be the standard conclusion for this particular topic. By heart it. Vishaga, in Supreme Court also, privacy, national security is considered above privacy. And you must understand, when you look at the trend also, see there is a particular reason why I gave you these years here. EU 2022, UK 23, Germany 17, Australia 21, USA now 2025, etc. So everywhere, world over, regulations are coming for social media. India cannot simply say, no, right to privacy, we are not going to do it. No. Because we are actually going to have a high amount of internet users. That is the reality. Getting the point here. So simple. Now, there is this one guy in the Telegram group. Telegram only. His only hobby is to come and abuse me. His only hobby is that. What have I done to him? I have no idea. His only hobby is that. I am just this much away from putting a case against him. Because what he doesn't know, because I'm pretty sure he'll be some Chintu, Mintu, Bantu, Kuntu, whatever. If I put a case, whichever part of India he is in, he will have to come to where? Karnataka. Definitely from his English, I know that. His English itself is an ICU. So forget his Kannada then. Getting the point? So when such a guy actually comes, I put a case, he will have to spend what? Money to travel here, come here, deal with the case, all of that. But what is the next advantage for me actually? I can file the case here. What is the disadvantage for him? Under the new Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita laws, if a FIR gets registered against you, it will be no more an ordinary FIR. It is what you call a EFIR, electronic FIR. Even though the case will be registered in Bengaluru, if that guy, I think he should be from UP or Bihar, going by his surname, or maybe other states also, I don't know, but larger probabilities here. Any police verification comes there, that is, let us say, cleared IAS, or he cleared a central government, state government job, whatever. As soon as the cops type in his name, his father's name, his date of birth, it will pop up in the system that there is an EFIR on him in Bengaluru police station on cyber stalking and cyber crime. Getting the point here? I can do that. What will happen is he will never get a police verification. He won't get it cleared. That means he can basically say goodbye to UPSC exams. He can say goodbye to all the central service exams. He can say goodbye to state services. He can basically, even if he wants to become a security guard in my apartment, that job also he won't get. Many people don't know this. Many boys think online, I can sit and write whatever I want. Nobody will catch me. Yeah. You are Bill Gates' grandson, right? Where you know all the hacking techniques to avoid detection. I have students in government service. I have students with Maharashtra, Mumbai Police, ATS. I have students whose parents are in the service. One phone call. Tata, bye-bye, khatam. I'm pretty sure it will be some Chintu, Bantu, Muntu, whatever, frustrated with his life. Got the picture here? We are moving into social media surveillance. We are. So it is not at all a difficult task. If I put my mind into it, heart and soul into it, that I want to destroy this fellow, it can happen. Why did I take so much of time to explain this to you? To all the boys there, girls will never go. Girls, first of all, they will all come, 6 o'clock. Mummy, I'm sorry, I became 5 minutes late. They will come back home. Boys, I'm afraid of. Don't try to show your mardangi anywhere, online or offline. Don't do that. If one person decides to put up a case against you, trust me, you are in for big time trouble. Big time trouble. Trust me. Somebody comes to pick a fight with you also, aap mahan ho. Aap mahan ho. Please. Galti meri hai. Aap mahan ho. Sorry. Go away. You have not got a job yet. You're not in service yet. Bhavar ute and taras ute when you try to do, don't worry, your future will get spoiled. You will end up making your parents fall on useless people's feet. So don't do it. Stay away from all sorts of legal troubles. Till you enter the service, you get the certificate in your hand, you take the oath, you join first day in office. Till then, wait. Your time will come. What he did, sir, abusing me, man, it is okay. I am used to it. It is like what I would say. I am not worried. When somebody praises me also, I don't care. When somebody, gives gali also, I don't care. Trust me. I've reached that stage where मुझे ना तारीफों की फिक्र है, ना गालियों का डर है. I'm 38 years old, man. किससे जाकर अब इस बुढ़ापे में impress करूं? There's a different story that I'm looking young. That is obviously I'm maintaining with Lux, I take bath twice a day. But apart from that, stay away from all of this. The best fights are the ones which you will avoid. Remember this, people. Stay away from it. Yeah. I am personally hoping that he is watching this. All right. Yeah, Lucky, you can follow your handwritten PW notes. All right. Adarsh, love you. You are the best. You are also the best, Adarsh. Love you too. online gaming bill. So this again came out, correct? Clear? No, basically, see, this abusing behavior, I will tell you on a very serious note. Why does it happen? The online abuse, why does it happen is, it is actually psychological trauma. Whoever does this online abuse, there is a 99% chance that they are disrespected at their home. They are not valued in their home. Nobody consults this particular individual for their opinion. And from young age, he has been ignored. So he has this constant need to seek attention. So for him, attention seeking is by giving gali, not by doing anything constructive. Guaranteed, I'll write दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं. With complete confidence, I'm telling you this. Somebody abuses you for a minute, just sit back and just tell that person have had a psychological trauma. Getting the point here. So to actually communicate something or share information, you don't require gali for that. You can convey your message without actually abusing. Got the point here? See, fake FIR and all, that is another issue altogether. On August 20, 2025, the Lok Sabha passed the Promotion and Regulation of Online Gaming Bill after just 7 minutes of discussion. On August 22, the bill became law with presidential assent. Government data shows that Indians lose about 15,000 crore every year through real money games. Real money games ke liye, what is it? 15,000 rupees. Wonderful, Sumit. That is a very good way of leading your life. World Health Organization has linked RMGs to compulsive behavior. Compulsive behavior is what? Again, real money games will make you keep on doing it. So there was this guy in China, for 24 hours he kept on playing an online game. He did not have food, he did not have water. Because high dopamine level. Dopamine is going on, getting released. What happens is, you won't get the sensation of hunger and water. 24 hours, no food, no water. What happened? Heart attack. He died. He died playing. Getting the point here? Then, psychological distress. When you don't win, or you don't get the money, or you lose money, you go into depression. Financial problems and family disruption. Definitely, because there are many kids who have actually used their parents' ATM card, debit card, credit card, etc. and actually spent lakhs together in online gaming. Karnataka reported 32 suicides in 31 months linked to online gaming addiction. The RMG industry claims the ban may put at risk 2 lakh jobs across 400 plus companies. So in a country where we are struggling with unemployment, this law is actually going to do what? It is actually going to create further unemployment. Real money games means you have to, that is, they promise you something. That is your rummy card game, etc. I played this game and I won 1 crore. Now see, I bought a car. Now see, I got a house. Now see, I even bought a very expensive underwear after so many years. All of that. That is basically your real money game. Getting the point here. You would have seen all those advertisements. Play the rummy and win the prize. For Hrithik Roshan. Yes, they are doing it. Yeah, as if Hrithik Roshan needs to sit and play this game to earn his crores together. All he needs to do is act in stupid movies like War 2, which will make Newton commit suicide. Got the point here? That is real money games. The Act divides online games into 3 types. Esports, social gaming, and RMGs. Esports are those recognized under National Sports Governance Act 2025 with players registered with the regulatory authority. I already told you, if it is a fake FIR, see, when you're making things online, if it is a fake FIR, you can always contest it. Use your common sense, na? Getting the point? Fake FIR, nobody is going to put up. Especially EFIR, because everybody can see it now. No cop will dare to do that. That is a different story altogether. That is an exception. Always you people are behind exceptions. What if aisa ho gaya to waisa hua to kya? देख लेंगे और नहीं तो क्या? Let it happen first. How many fake EFIRs are there? There will be always idiots in the system. Can't help it. Simple. We will fight it legally. So it's a fake FIR. You can put a defamation case. Simple as it is. Stock market is not a Mrgendra Tripathi. My dear Tripathi ji. Stock market, how it is a game. Stock market, you have to study it. Which company is doing good? Which company's profit is increasing? Profit is decreasing. Only then you put it there. Rummy, you are studying. What are you studying there? And I am putting my money there. That is not a game. That is investment. And yeah, a little bit of luck is also involved. They may involve entry fees and prize money. Examples include Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty. These are allowed. These are allowed because you can play one by one each level. Sanjay, you are so sweet, man. Tobacco, they will never ban, Mukesh, because it generates money. All right. Ishwara. Later, Atul, later. Our idea is first we will finish this. Social gaming is not legally defined but covers recreational or educational online games played through devices connected to the internet. So, these are online games connected to the internet. Got the point? The government can promote social games under Section 4 of the bill. Whatever we are playing, that, what is it, Candy Crush. Getting the point, where other players also will be there. We can play with them by connecting to internet. No money is involved there. Got the point? Correct? BGMI. RMGs are defined as any online game, whether based on skill or chance, played after paying a fee or with an expectation of winning money or stakes like tokens, coins, or credits. That is, this much credit you will get, this much money you will get, all of that. All right. Games such as poker, rummy, fantasy cricket, and ludo fall into this category. Many platforms are endorsed by celebrities such as Ranbir Kapoor, Amir Khan, MS Dhoni, Hrithik Roshan, and Saurav Ganguly. The law bans RMGs and their advertisements. Both are banned now. Offering such games or handling funds for them can lead up to 3 years jail, 1 crore fine, or both. Unlawful advertisements. What is this BGMI you people are going on asking? It's a game, agreed. Unlawful advertisements can mean up to 2 years jail, 50 lakh fine, or both. Under the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, BNSS 2023, these offences are cognizable and non-bailable. That means no need of a court order. Straight away you can arrest. Thank you, Rohit. You're very kind. Absolutely, Danish. You're very right. If you remember a few months or maybe even close to a year, there was this news article about this cop, Mumbai police officer. I think he's an inspector, built like a tank. You know, he spends more than 20 to 30,000 just for his protein powder, protein shake, all of that. So in full uniform, he gave an interview where he said that I won 1 crore. He won some 10 lakhs or 1 crore as prize money by playing this. He was suspended from service. Because first of all, he was in uniform and endorsing a private gaming app, which is wrong. Which is highly wrong. He could have simply said he won without even revealing that he's a cop. Got the point here? Cert-in will block or disable banned apps, and Interpol may be involved if operators are offshore. Cyber Emergency Response Team. If it involves money, Soju, Epen, it will come. Soju, Epen. Malayaliano. See, Danish, definitely, even if you're a government officer or even if you're a citizen, now you used to play it, now it is banned, means obviously you cannot play it. So as you can clearly see, the players are not going to be punished here. It is basically games like this, offering games or handling funds from them, you will get punishment. You're advertising these games, you will get punishment. Not for the people who are playing it. The IT minister clarified that no penal action is aimed at individual players. Got the point here? So if, like, to answer your question again, who was that? Danish Ahmed. So if the government officer is found playing it, oh, this banned game you are playing, no punishment. But that person who has tried to sell that game, owner of it, they all will be either fined or arrested. The Act allows the center to form a regulatory authority to categorize and register online games. Earlier in 2023, online gaming firms were brought under IT intermediary rules, requiring them to comply with KYC norms, protect children through parental controls, and use age ratings. Because, obviously, starting with very abusive languages are used in these online games. Because everybody will be connected, right? They are all having this headset on, and that is how they are playing. So there again, abusive language. Then selling pornographic material, drug trafficking, prostitution, and sometimes even to gun running, buying and selling of guns. And obviously, wherever drug is there, gun running is there, to some element prostitution. If all these three are there, then obviously terrorism also will be there. Got the point? Any magazine is fine. I already told you. The new law does not restrict minors from playing esports or social games. Like Call of Duty you want to play, Candy Crush you want to play, those are not banned. Only where real money is involved. Where they promise you that you will win money. Preetham ji, you have to ban it. Oof. Fantasy cricket. That Dream 11 is what basically it's a fantasy cricket team, right? That also will get banned. Henceforth, you are not going to see its advertisement anymore. This was passed only last week. So this will come into effect now. Aage. It also allows funding from the Consolidated Fund of India to promote social gaming. That is from Consolidated Fund of India. Let us improve social gaming. For social gaming, what steps needs to be taken? Let us do that. Let us develop Desi companies. Desi games here. For that, let us go for Consolidated Fund of India. The government said this law came in response to user complaints about massive financial losses in RMGs. NNNNN. What is NNN? Okay. Tenzin Wangchu. There is proof, the minister said, that gaming algorithms are designed so players cannot be long-term winners. Once or twice, small amounts, they may make you win. And later, they will know your gaming pattern, your selection pattern. See, whenever you're playing such games, the key is you have to keep, they will understand what are your selections, what are your choices. Whichever game you're playing, whichever game, Rummy, Ludo, or even let us say your cricket fantasy, all that. Algorithm will be learning how you behave. What is your gaming behavior? Certain amount you will win. Beyond that, it will be very difficult for you to win. You need an extreme level of intelligence to basically fool the algorithm by altering your choices and changing your game pattern, which will fool the algorithm that, okay, why is he changing his choice suddenly? Even the algorithm won't know how to behave then. But that requires a high level of intelligence, which only very few people are capable of. Generally, children, teenagers, and even you people here who are sitting and preparing for UPSC, don't think that ab crorepati bankar bapuji ke samne jaunga. You will not become crorepati. it ulta, you will become a royal bikari. You will make your family also bikari. That is what will happen. Reports have linked gaming portals to terror funding, tax evasion and fraud. A 2022 financial intelligence report said gaming firms had evaded 2,000 crore in tax. Defense Ministry found that the Chinese app FIEWIN cheated Indian users of 400 crore. Another report said gaming firms were involved in 30,000 crore GST evasion. This is the reason why it is being taken out. Getting the point here? Getting the picture here? This is the main reason. Sir, what about cigarette then? What about alcohol then? That also is bad, right? Yeah, but nobody is cheated the right. The only cheating would have been done by your best friend only, because your best friend is that idiot who is like, okay, I started smoking, I started drinking. Somehow I have to make him also smoke, him also to drink. Why? Only then together you can get gali. Correct? I also destroyed my life. You also should destroy your life. That is a matter of choice. That would be like little by little, loss will come. Here, government is facing loss. Suicides are happening. Families are getting destroyed because in एक चुटकी में you are becoming from rich category, you're straight away going to what? Below poverty line. All your savings are getting wiped out. By reading it again and again, Mr. Musharraf. All right. Doesn't kill any depression. You will go into depression. The law says RMGs are tied to money laundering, fraud and illegal activities, and that gaming firms manipulate engagement using bots and operate from offshore jurisdiction to bypass laws. Got the point here? This is the idea. That means many illegal activities are happening, and on top of it, what is basically happening here is when you play online games, Indian data is going abroad. And most of these RMGs, if you really see also, most RMGs are what? They are basically again owned by the Chinese. China wants to come out with all these apps. Even TikTok you talk about, or even these online games, real money games you talk about. What do they want? They want the youth of the country to waste their time. In China, especially if you see the TikTok videos are all about how to make an aircraft with daily use items. 5-year-old and 7-year-old are already learning how to, remove a spark plug from a petrol engine and clean it. They are taught all these things. Whatever has to be done with the hands, they are taught with all these things. How to change the blade in a mixie. How to do a simple wiring. Change the bulb. This, that. These are the TikTok videos that is circulated in China. What is the TikTok video? What is sent over here? Badal barsa ki choli. Women doing it, I can understand. When some boys are also shaking their hips, my good lord. I mean, obviously, political correctness, it is all about these days. Boys also should shake their hips. Women can put on a mustache. Those are the ideas of equality today. Anyway, correct Mukesh. That is a very valid point. With VPN, if you are playing, then obviously what will happen? You can divert all of this. You can bypass all of this. But for this also, months ago, government had again passed a bill telling that whoever is offering VPN service, they should also give their customer data, KYC norms. Getting the point here? They should give their KYC norms. That is, if I am providing VPN service, whoever is taking the VPN service, they should actually give all the data there. Nitin, ban Instagram, ban everything that is destroying the youth. Now, $1 million question is, if my son breaks the law tomorrow, whose responsibility it should have been in the first place to teach my son what are the do's and don'ts in the society? Parent. That time I cannot say it is because he went and watched a Shah Rukh Khan movie. Okay, Shah Rukh Khan maybe by then, okay, too old then. Maybe Aryan Khan. He watched an Aryan Khan's movie. That is why he got violated. Otherwise, my son was such a sweetheart. No. Parents' job it is to basically see what the child is watching in YouTube or Insta or Facebook or whatever it is. Failure at parenting, you cannot blame all these online things and say that online is the reason. No, you should basically tell them what you can watch and what you cannot. That is the point here. State cannot take responsibility for individual choice. Got the point? It's not state's responsibility. Because if somebody says, it's my choice, I want to drink and die, what can the state do for that? Somebody says, I want to smoke and die. What can the state do for that? Getting the picture here. So somebody commits a crime, somebody decides to destroy their life, it is their decision. It is just that they want to escape responsibility. Nobody will say, I destroyed my life by drinking, man. No. They'll generally blame. She left me. That is why I started drinking. Got the point here? Constitution places betting and gambling regulation in what list? State list. States like Telangana 2017, Andhra Pradesh 2020, Tamil Nadu 2022 have already banned online games including skill-based one. States have already banned it. Getting the point here? Do we need a central law on gambling instead of state bans? Definitely we need a central law, right? That is why this law has come. And if you actually see, state governments have already taken the decision. Telangana has taken, Andhra has taken, Tamil Nadu has taken. Other states also will follow suit. Got the point here? Innocent kid cannot break it. That is the whole point. And he will end up using his mother's ATM card or father's ATM card. So that has happened, I think, where I forgot. Both the parents are working. One fine day, mother sees that in her phone a message comes up. Your entire savings. She gets a call from the manager. Because the fixed deposit was broken and money was withdrawn from it. So the manager asked, why did you withdraw so much of money? She was like, I didn't withdraw. Then they went to check the root of it. Who withdrew it? What is it? Her son. 10 or 12-year-old son, because he has used it for purchasing something. ATM card was with him. He used it to make multiple. When the savings account got wiped out, he broke the FD. He broke the FD and started taking money out from there. This is the reality. In 2023, the center put online gaming under same 28% GST as casinos, horse racing and lotteries. Gaming companies oppose this, saying they are skill-based and that the retrospective taxes were unfair. Supreme Court gave a stay on tax notices. And its decision on whether games like fantasy sports and rummy are skill or gambling is awaited. That is, this we are awaiting. That means once more we will revisit this topic. Face-to-base betting, you cannot do it now. Where can you regulate it? 145 crore people, man. Right now, who asked that question, by the way? Shiv Patil. You come to my home and we are like, okay, India will lose. No, Pakistan will win. Let us bet. If India loses, I get it. Yes, if Pakistan wins, you get it. Because we both are not very intelligent people. We will make such stupid bets. How will the government get to know it? Impossible. But here again, like I told you, China influence is the main key here. Avoid keeping China out of Indian cyber world. That is the main purpose. The government has asked for more time to file submissions in the GST dispute. Supreme Court has earlier held that games like rummy and fantasy sports involve significant skill and cannot be treated as gambling. That was Supreme Court's earlier ruling. But Supreme Court being Supreme Court, we don't know. Tomorrow they may change it again. Getting the point? Nitin, it has been validated by the Supreme Court because yes, in another angle, if you see, to play game of rummy also, you should know the rules of the game. Fantasy sports also, if you have to play, you need to know the statistics of each player. Alright? The new act makes no distinction between skill and chance games, leading critics to say it violates Article 19(1)(g) of the Constitution, which protects the right to trade and occupation. Getting the point here? Nudity should be removed from social media. What is nudity again? What is nudity? Define it. What aspect is nudity? To what level? Hands can be shown. Is that nudity? But there are men who love to see clean hands of a woman. They will get attracted by that. There are men again who, if they see the neck, they will get attracted. They'll go for that. So we should cover the neck. There are men who will get attracted with the eyes. So cover the eyes. Then there are men who will get attracted with the lips and the nose. So cover the lips and the nose. So basically, let us put the whole women inside a, what is it, steel or iron colored dress or something, where they go tang, 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 tang and walk and go. Will nudity be over? On an average day, look at the women walking on the road. What will be nudity? Nudity lies in the eyes of us and how you have kept the camera angle. So even if a female is fully clothed, it can still excite a man. Even if a female is very less clothed, it can also lead to what? It can not trigger a man at all. Getting the point here? See, stop blaming Western tradition and all. Stop blaming the West for everything. It is ultimately a female's choice what clothes she should wear. And I've already told this in my earlier class. 98% of the women who are raped in this country, they are raped by people who are very close to them. Fathers, brothers, cousins, uncles within the family. Then comes close friends, classmates, chai wala, samosa wala, pani puri wala nearby, dhobi wala, cafeteria where they go and have their coffee or tea regularly. All these people are involved here. And there it is never about the dress. It's about the opportunity and that confidence level what these people have, that I can commit this crime and I can get away with it. Getting the picture here? So you people are telling, oh, women are doing this. Women are doing this. Don't watch it, man. Who told you to watch it? You always have the choice to not to see these things, right? Why are you watching it? If there is no demand, there will not be any supply. Got the point? Now again, like I told you earlier, we need to see what are the international practices here. In USA, the legal status for online games decided at state level, not at federal level, where some states allow online casinos and sports betting, others ban it. So we are not the only country that has decided to ban it. Key law, Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act, restricts payments for illegal online gambling. States that legalize online gambling, 7 states are there: Connecticut, Delaware, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and West Virginia. Distinction, skill-based RMG is sometimes permitted, chance-based more tightly controlled. So in USA, skill-based real money games are sometimes permitted, not all of them, only some. Alternatives, sweepstakes casinos operate nationwide using virtual tokens, legally skirting gambling laws. They use virtual tokens. Nothing real, but tokens how you will get by paying real money. So they don't directly deal in it, but indirectly. China, gambling completely banned, except 2 state lotteries are there. One is for welfare and other is for sports. Online gambling, because it is China, no doubt, completely prohibited. Controls, real name registration, age authentication, parental controls, all these are put into place. That is, each and every time if you need to play that game, parents have to enter a password. That is how the games are placed in China. Parents should be aware what game the child is downloading, what game the child is playing. Parents have to enter their details, otherwise it is not going to happen. Got the point? Ananta Krishna CA. I never secured a rank, Mr. Ananda Krishna. I just went till the interview board and secured 187 out of 225. I missed out from the final rank list of UPSC by 19 marks, 19. After which I lost complete confidence and I became a, Bina Shanti ke bhatakte hue Atma. Alright, that is what it happened. Chale, shall we continue? Microtransactions, strict caps on in-game purchases. $28 to $57 per day depending on age. Mandatory disclosure of probability rates to players. That means there is a limit is placed. How much money also you can spend in a single day. Where in China, these are some things what India can consider. Clear? Absolutely. Again, a final comparison. USA, UK, EU, etc. This is basically for your quick learning. Quickly you want to compare, etc. Because these are the suggested solutions / way forward that you will write in your answer. Because obviously when they ask you for solutions, you cannot say that the government should do this, state should do that. That you cannot do. So what will you do? You will actually say what are the international practices that are there. You will quote a few democratic countries. You will also quote China if it is necessary. Should I quote USA, UK, EU, China? No. One or two out of it. Whichever you like. Whichever you like, you quote that. Why? You don't have that much of space in your question come answer booklet. So whenever I teach a little more than that is required. Why? Because only if I teach 10 points, you will study 8. You study 8, you will remember 5. If you remember 5, you will be able to write 3. Got the logic here? That is the only point. How to speak English like you? Why, Arafat? You don't like your life or what? My study qualification. If you are planning to send a proposal, please understand I'm already married. It is too late. All right, I'm the father of a kid. Okay? Too late you are. Next topic is legislature performance. Legislature performance, let us look at it. 21 sittings or 32 days. Duration of the parliament session referred to. That is the current parliament session we are talking about. All right. 21 sittings were there. Total for 32 days. 15 bills were placed. 15 bills were number of bills passed in that session, current session. 29% is the Lok Sabha's actual functioning. That is, if Lok Sabha was supposed to work for 100 days, it only actually worked for 29 days. That is what it means. Yes, you can believe the data given in editorial. All right. 34%. Rajya Sabha's actual functioning of the scheduled time. That is again, like I told you, out of 100 days, Rajya Sabha performed only for 34 days. 18th Lok Sabha has the notorious distinction of parliamentary term in which this was the lowest functioning. Lowest functioning in the history of parliaments. Which is it? The 18th Lok Sabha. Got the point here? I am taking Radhika. Why? What happened? I mean, I'm taking it for the paid batch. Please go to corporate job along with UPSC study. Danish Firdos. 2/3 portion of planned time lost to adjournments. What has happened? That means more than 67% of the time was lost in adjournments. Why adjournments? Because the opposition and the ruling party were busy shouting, hey, oh, wow, ooh, wow, wow, all that. Got the point here? 8% is the share of starred questions orally answered in Lok Sabha. 5% is the share of starred questions orally answered in Rajya Sabha. 12 days in Rajya Sabha when no questions were answered orally. 7 days in Lok Sabha when no questions were answered orally. So this clearly shows how poor the functioning is. That is, questions are not being asked. And even if it is asked, it is answered orally. How many percentage? 8% for Lok Sabha. 5% for Rajya Sabha. 12 days, no questions were asked. 7 days, no questions were asked. Clear? 20 days, average. Now, this is for the parliament. What about the state legislative assemblies in our country? 20 days is the average number of assembly sittings in states in 2024. 20. That means even more worse than our parliament. 28 days. Average number of assembly sittings in states in 2017. That means 2017 average days was 28. 2024 it came down to 20. 16 days. The assembly sittings in large states like UP, Madhya Pradesh in 2024 just sat for 16 days. 42 days. Assembly sittings in Odisha in 2024. 38 days. Assembly sittings in Kerala 2024. . What about the overall quality? 8 assemblies don't have a deputy speaker. Since June 2019, Lok Sabha also has been functioning without a deputy speaker. Clear? Now, why is it that the quality of our Lok Sabha or our legislative assembly is so pathetic? Why are they not asking questions? Or why are they wasting their time in doing hangama, doing this shouting match? What is the reason? Correct, Vishaka? MPs with serious cases. In 2019, it was 14%. In 2024, it became 31%, more than doubled since 2009. MLAs with serious cases, around 29%. That means there are around 1,200 MLAs approximately who have serious criminal cases against them. Clear? See, nudity doesn't mean that China is involved there, Pakistan is involved there. We have our own Desi girls wearing sari and doing all sorts of nonsense because obviously it is helping them to earn money very fast. Getting the point here. That is the main reason they are doing it. There is no Chinese involvement or Pakistani involvement. Whereas that is not the case with the apps like I told you. These apps, if you generally see who is the actual owner of it, you will find that it is related to a company in China. They are basically extracting all the data. They are understanding what is the Indian behavior here, social media behavior. Got the point here? That is the reason for it. Telangana has 71% of MPs with serious cases. Bihar has 48%. UP, there are 34 MPs, highest absolute number. 34 MPs with serious criminal cases from UP. BJP has 63 MPs with criminal cases. Congress has 32 MPs with criminal cases. And RJD has 4 MPs with criminal cases. Because it is the Hindu newspaper, they did not put other political parties. But if you put the other parties also, you will finally come to the grand conclusion. Whom will I support then? Got the picture? Whom will you support now? So there is no point in actually supporting any political party or a political leader. Support only the government. Even if you don't like who is the prime minister, who is your chief minister, support the government. You have to do that because it is democratically elected. It is not a monarchy. It is not a dictatorship. Democratically elected, fine. I respect the election results. That should be the point here. Praveen B. Pillai, for that also case. Yeah. That is not at all illegal. Getting the point here. Flirting is not at all illegal. Now the female on the other end, when she knew that, okay, this guy is flirting with me, she could have blocked him. She could have banned him. Why did she entertain it? Getting the picture here. I don't like such type of messages. Please don't message me henceforth again. If there is anything official, let me know. That's the end of it. No guy will come afterwards. You should be, having a highest sense of shamelessness to keep pursuing a female after she has shut the doors on you very clearly. Getting the point? Has an FIR been registered against the so-called MLA so far in any police station? Has an official case been filed against him or registered against him in any police station? Is there a court order demanding the cops to register a case against him? Then, this is the logic. Clear? Andhra Pradesh, 56% of MLAs with serious cases. Telangana, 50%. UP, 38%. That is 154 MLAs, highest absolute numbers. Got the point here? Highest absolute numbers of MLAs in the state of UP who all are having very high serious cases. Despite various measures, the criminalization of politics is on the rise. Critically examine its impact on democracy in India. Again, this is not a question created by me. This is a PYQ. This question, criminalization of politics, questions related to representation of People's Act, all this will keep coming. This year also, 2025, they had asked a question on ROPA. So covering the whole thing. I have given article. 2 more articles are there. The time is 9:20. It's already late. No worries. Answer part only is remaining. How to write the answer. Again, I have given an extended content here. We will take it up next week for discussion so that it becomes very concrete how to frame an answer. And Representation of People's Act also we will discuss. We will also discuss various judicial rulings in this regard. Representation of People's Act also we will discuss. All right. Then about decoys also we will learn. Clear? Those aspects we will cover it in the next week. Because obviously, like I told you, topics were less in number. But here the purpose was to discuss its implications from a mains perspective and how to write an answer. All right. So this is where we are leaving. So now let us take up the mentoring related questions. Civil servants and urgent. Why there is no such house for them like Lok or Raja? Appadam Pakodi. Appadam Pakodi because there is not has not been mentioned in the constitution. That is the reason. This year's paper, where is that? We had a Vaga year's paper and how it will be. How should I tackle this? Umair, what has gone is done. I believe your name is Muhammad Umair. What is done is done. What is done, you cannot change it. All right, what is over, you cannot change it. It is over. Next year, what if it comes like that? You don't know about that also. That is uncertain. What you can do? Why this year's paper was tough for you? Specifically, which questions which were those questions which made things very tough for you? What is the underlying theory behind it? Find it out. This is the age of ChatGPT, perpetuity, DeepSeek, Gemini. There are so many, artificial intelligence, AI-enabled search tools out there. What do? Whatever theory let it be, whatever it is you want to study, put it in any one of these ChatGPT, whatever it is, and put up a thing. Explain whatever topic it is in simple words. Put it up. Target each question like this. Underlying what was the theory behind it. Because everything, see, JEE, NEET and all, I will tell you one thing. The physics is not changing. Chemistry is not changing. The biology is not changing. These are mostly like done and dusted. With physics, I think only a revolution that can happen right now is quantum physics. Other than that, nothing. Quantum physics, the advantage is, if I also don't know what it is, and by the time I finish teaching it to you, you also won't know what it is. That is the best advantage with it. But other than that, most of these follows the very basic theory or rule will be there. Once you get that, you will understand, this is all that is there to this question. For all the complex questions that comes in NEET, JEE, 99% it will have some simple theory or logic behind it. Once you crack what the theory is, you will understand the question. Got the point here? Thank you, Tenzin. Notes will be provided if you join the foundation course. You're welcome, Vishaka. Thank you so much. 19 years is not the point. I hope you have joined college. BTech in TKM. Wow. Congratulations. That's a very good college. Very good, very good. Do very well. Try to get a placement from your college itself. All right. Simultaneously, if you're considering UPSC, you may consider the pinnacle batch of PWOnlyIAS. You may consider it. You're free to join any academy you want. But I am telling you, parallelly with college, you want to do UPSC means this is the thing. No interest in UPSC, simply you're sitting to attend the online class, then also fine. Focus on your college. Priority should be to get campus placement. That should be your priority. All right. There is nothing more gratifying and liberating than spending your own money. Walking into a restaurant and straight away asking, okay, get me this, get me that, without even looking into the price of the food items. That is pure financial liberation. Prairak Prashar, so are you? Thank you so much. Vishwa, I have already answered this question. For SSC CGL, it is very, very objective. It is not this level deep and analytical. SSC CGL, it is all about, they can even ask you questions like who is the SEBI chairman or who is SBI's chairman. They can ask such questions. So those will not get covered over here. Those specifically, that is banking related current affairs, if you search it in the internet itself, you will get it. Many free PDFs you will get. Sit and start reading it every day. Keep reading it, you will by heart it. Class 11, don't prepare UPSC. Focus on class 11, focus on class 12. That is not an age to start preparing for UPSC, to be very honest. Get into a college first. I am from Kerala, the state of Kerala, but currently settled in Nammuru, Bengaluru. Should I join non-attending college? Her wouldn't recommend that, Harshvardhan. Join a proper college, proper degree course, which will offer you a job, which will help you to get into a job. Ade mone appuze, I'm from Kerala. PDF of this session, it will be available here in the link below, you will get it. Different social media apps, such as India, doesn't that involve money? Again, personal choice. It is not, see, I told you again, prostitution or whatever you're talking about, these online videos where women are wearing skimpy clothes and, for a few views, few views and obviously a large amount of money, sponsorship and whatnot, only fan page or whatever. That doesn't have any Chinese involvement or a security threat to the country. There is no tax evasion there. There is no question of it. But in the case of these gaming apps, there is a risk of terrorism. There is a risk of taxation fraud, both income tax as well as GST. And there is also a risk of China snooping on the data. That is the real reason we are banning it. Understand that very clearly. If the government's aim is not, oh my God, psychologically it will affect the children. Oh my God, so sad. No, that is not the reason. Psychologically, if the government is really worried, then half of the Indian parents should be put in jail. Alright, half of Indian parents should be put in jail because they are the reason for the psychological trauma of many children. Getting the point here. Point is not psychology and all. Point is very simple. Security, tax evasion, money laundering, data breach. That is the reason. Preparation of ethics specifically. Ishika, better prepare, go for SSC. Ishika, when you're talking about ethics, if you're following any class, follow the faculty's instructions. But otherwise, if you're preparing by yourself, there are 3-4 things here. First is definitions. All the definitions, whatever is there. Integrity, perseverance, all of that. That entire moral science thing. Arafat Ansari, ask your question rather than putting too much of emojis there. That you should learn. That is the first part. Then there are various schools of ethics. Aristotle school, Immanuel Kant, Socrates, Plato, Gandhi, Buddha, Jainism, Christianity, Hinduism. What are the ethical principles in this? Even though this is not directly asked pretty often, knowing this will actually help in writing your answers well. The most difficult thing for most students are basically the quotes. The quotes that are asked. So there you are supposed to give a viewpoint, your viewpoint here. So just because, let us say, for example, famous quote of Gandhi, an eye for an eye will make the world blind, will make the whole world blind, okay? MK Gandhi. What generally happens is most of the students, what they will do is as soon as they see, oh, Mahatma Gandhi, then they will start writing Champaran, Ahmedabad, Kheda. Then they will write Rowlatt Satyagraha, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, quit India movement. They'll be like, okay, I wrote everything properly. Got the point here? That is what they feel. That is what they feel. Getting the point? That is not what you're supposed to write. Who said the quote is irrelevant. Because the question is, what do these quotes mean to you? So at an individual level, it is true. Revenge is not at all an idea. Trust me. Never hold revenge against anybody. Getting the point here. And I will quote here Mr. Dalabadi Vijay, what he said during a press conference. I said this earlier also. Kill them with your success. Bury them with your smile. The best revenge in this world is whoever belittled you, stand in front of them with full, with full gattu, you call it. With full dum and dil, you stand there in front of them. Flash that expensive watch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. This. Keep showing off. Trust me, they will get an ECG variation and they will end up in ICU. ICU also go and visit them and ask them, how is it? The AC, is it working? Keep smiling at them. They will die. So jokes apart, at an individual level, revenge is a bad idea. No doubt about it. But can we say the same thing to the soldiers, to our soldiers who are standing at the border? That let us not do revenge. Revenge is a bad idea. Operation Sindoor was a necessity to teach Pakistan basically that who is your big daddy in the region. There is no doubt. Don't write all these points in your answer. In answer, you're supposed to write dignified words. I can do this. I have the liberty. I am not writing any UPSC answer. Got the point here? To the soldiers, can we say, don't go for revenge. We should have Aman, Shanti. Shanti or Sita doesn't work. Bullet for a bullet. Bomb for a bomb. Punch for a punch. Kick for a kick. That is the attitude whatever soldiers require at the border. Got the point? That means a quote when you say, it is not that when you get a quote, oh my God, Gandhi told I should support it. No. Gandhi also said something. You will look at it at its workability and non-workability. Whether it will work in the situation or not. Getting the point here? This is how you are dealing with, this is how you are supposed to deal with quotes. The next thing is obviously case study, which is not a difficult task actually. With practice, you can get this. This are strictly easy. The only catch is this. Because when you read the quote, you should be able to understand the value. And if you understand the quotes here, the advantage is you can write your essay also, which will require practice. SSC ആണ് നല്ലത്. I am not an IAS officer. How to become so much focused? Like I told you, don't look at the time. Wake up in the morning and start doing your work. Start doing your work and don't complain. Don't complain. Don't even bother to complain. Oh my God, my life is like this. Oh my God, my life is like this. Oh. Don't keep that expression. Don't do that. Don't show pity on your own life. Oh, ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Okay? Things are looking really bad. I am unemployed. I don't have a job. My girlfriend left me. My parents hate me. I cannot change it. What I can change is, what I can do right now is what? I need to prepare for this exam. I need to clear it. I'm going to do that. I told you, throw your watch away. Don't look at the time. Keep studying. Keep working hard. You will make a lot of wrong choices. You will make a lot of wrong decisions. But ultimately, a day will come where all these wrong choices, wrong decisions also will lead you to the right track. Because if you need to know something is wrong or right, you need to actually walk through it. Otherwise, you will never know. I'm not telling you to go drink, smoke or take drugs. No. You don't require to walk through that path to know that these are very bad for you. I'm talking about, should I give that exam or should I take up that job? Take it up. Yes, I know you will not be getting much time to prepare. But I will tell you, you will have a productive day. The more busy you are, the more productive you will become. When you have too much of time in your hand, you will waste it on social media and typing useless comments under useless profiles. Pick and choose your battles, people. The biggest battle that you will always have to fight will be with yourself. The quicker you understand it, the better it will become. Whether your life will become better today, tomorrow, I cannot predict. But if you keep working hard, one day when you see, everything will start looking good for you. And you will wonder, how all this became possible? Because that is the beauty of hard work. When you keep working hard with sincerity, eventually it will give you results. NDA students also same thing. Please go through your each stage of your exam. SSB interview matters more, not clearing the preliminary exam. SSB interview matters. What are the different stages of the SSB interview? Find it out, practice it, get one standard book from Amazon, keep practicing it. That's the only thing to do. Class 11 humanities. Focus on your class 11. Working. Self-doubt is a problem. Siddhi Jain. Don't self-doubt. Sit and prepare. Reset necessary to read editorial if it has data in it. Arey yaar. Don't worry about what will happen, whether you'll be able to do next year's paper. Why are you worried about it now? Today you do what you can handle today, you think about it. What will happen next year, who knows? Next year, if government decides, okay, let us take out UPSC exam itself. There is too many issues with UPSC. We are taking out UPSC. Can happen. Then what will you do? Have faith and trust more in your abilities rather than any person or any exam. Got the point here? Because exam rahe ya na rahe, you should be alive. You should be there for your family. Exams will come and go. Job opportunities will come and go. Don't attach your value with one exam or with one job. You should be confident enough. If this is also not there, I will survive. Tell that to yourself. This is also not there, I will survive. Mila to theek hai. Nahi mila aur bhi badhiya. That should be the attitude. Tell it to yourself. Mil gaya to theek hai. Nahi mila aur bhi badhiya. If I get it, great, good. If I don't get it, fantastic. Keep saying it. I'm not able to GS mains already. Suggest me, please. What should I suggest for that, Danesada? If you like to take public administration, take it up. For me, all are same. Then SK, you have a serious trouble if you can't understand the difference between sociology and, let us say, English literature, and you're finding all of them to be the same, means I cannot help you here. Can you come to Kerala? For what joy? Toppers, I am not able to read Miss Sharma's comment. Diary and suggest to not take notes. I told you the same thing, Miss Sharma. Don't take up current affair notes. Instead, what you do is you actually go through the PYQs. Dekho, this is a previous year question where a question was asked on social media. So now I need, criminalization of politics. So I need to collect every data associated with criminalization of politics. I need to know which are the laws that are connected to it, like Representation of People's Act, frame an answer. And whatever I am doing, I should take it from what? Last 1 year's current affair. How to get that also I told you. You take criminalization of politics, you type it in Google, and you put here India. All is there, images are there, and then news is there. Click on news only, so that you will only get the authentic news. In that, whatever he said, she said, leave it aside. Data is given, fact is given, pull it out. That's it. That's what you will do. Because mains questions comes like that. Mains topics are repeated. What about the factual things then? Where should we go for it? Go read it from your monthly current affair compilation. Keep rereading it 2 or 3 times or 4 times. You will remember it. Simple. AK Gamer, I love you, sir. I love you too. Sir, is engineering is best after AI come. Anything where you are interested in is always the best. NEET exam, I already told you. Same thing. Visit the question paper. Go through all the topics. Find out which ones are very difficult for you. Study it absolutely clearly. Should I meet offline in Chandra layout for mentorship? Satish, yeah, that is a good thing, good question that you asked. September 1 onwards, I will be coming to Chandra layout, PWOnlyIAS Offline Center. So anybody who is in and around Bangalore, who is still not decided to take up offline, you want to take up offline, this is your opportunity. So September 1st, definitely I'll be there. I think I'll be also coming to Chandra layout on September 30th to PWOnlyIAS. We are having our, I'll be coming there. So yeah. So those of you who are interested to meet me, definitely September 30th. Sorry, not September 30th. August 30th. I'll be coming there Saturday. Otherwise, Sunday, Monday, definitely from morning I'll be there. So you can meet up over there. I want to die, sir. I am not handling pressure, sir. Is that a reason to die? Seriously? Is that a real reason to die? It is easy to die actually, and it is difficult to live. Because when you live, you have to prove it to the world that you are able to take responsibilities. It is easier to die actually. जीने के लिए you need dil and dam. The world belongs to the people who will actually keep fighting. So fight. Nobody has it easy. Everybody are struggling. Getting the point here. Like the old lyrics from Das. जीना तो मरने से अब है कहीं मुश्किल. All right. तुझको जो खोया तो वो हो गया है हासिल. Always remember that what you have lost, you will get it back. But for that, you will have to fight. Be a fighter. Don't quit. Be a fighter. You will keep falling down. You will keep failing. So what? Keep coming back. You may consider UPSC because KPSC, I don't know when it will come back again. I don't have fear of failure. It is nobody. If you don't have fear of failure, it is a good thing. Don't have it. Good only. Bodum boss. All right, Rahul. I'll take your word for it. So let's call it a day, people.